Hey, how's it going, guys? ZDEyE here. So this was, well, very unexpected, and it could be possibility that there may be something going on that we're not supposed to know yet, or perhaps maybe there's something could be going on behind the background that Norman Reedus could have misunderstood. So I'm specifically talking about that Norman Reedus may have actually mentioned that there will be indeed a sequel for a Death Stranding. Now, I'm not sure if it's like a sequel in terms like, what's going to be happening afterwards. It's possible it could be a prequel set, right? So basically like for a Death Stranding Part 2. And as such, basically, Norman Reedus had a recent interview and he mentions basically that he's already begun, with a Part 2 for the Death Stranding. So this was one of the questions that he's been asked, and anyway, so you got the book going on and you got the final season coming out, then the spin-off, and you're filming a Death Stranding, the video game. And with the answer he mentions, we just started the second one. So a question comes afterwards, says like, how did that come about? And so he mentions exactly how it went about, how he got the role of playing in Death Stranding, and with the introduction of Hideo Kojima and as well as Guillermo del Toro. And it just continues, right? So what makes it interesting is this paragraph. It took me maybe 2 to 3 years to finish up all of the mocap sessions and everything. It takes a lot of work. And then the game came out and it's just won all these awards. And it was a huge thing. So we started part 2 of that. So he basically confirmed it twice. Look, there's a possibility that there could be something going on in terms of a DLC expansion or perhaps something entirely different. Maybe it could not be a Death Stranding. Maybe he got misunderstood. I don't believe Norman Reedus himself is actually much of a gamer, but again, I could be wrong. I'm not too familiar with his works in terms of, his personal life, in terms of gaming, his interest in gaming, right? But, after seeing this, it's just, wait, did he seriously just say this? Because he could get in big trouble. So it's like probably tomorrow or on Monday, the news, breaking news. Norman Reedus is no longer part of the Death Stranding or the Kojima Productions or some shit like that. I would not be surprised because you could get big trouble before this. And perhaps after confirming this, he could definitely get in big trouble. Now, Hideo Kojima, we have to wait for the next PlayStation showcase. It presumably will be coming in June. We do not know, but it's also possible it could be coming from June to September because last year showcase happened in September, but this year it's also a possibility that we may see a showcase as early as June. So that will be very, very good. That means, we'll get a chance of seeing future games that will be coming. And now, if Death Stranding is indeed a sequel that will be coming out, and it's been mentioned that it's in earlier development, at least, as early as, how fast Death Stranding came about, it was very quick. Perhaps 3 years of development time fully it took to create Death Stranding. It's incredible. And that's not including also that the Kojima production had to be made into a studio, and then also moving all the developers into a specific studio, then getting an engine. This happened within the 3 years mark. That's incredible. So the last time we've seen Death Stranding was in 2019, November, that's right. Then we got a chance of seeing a director's cut of Death Stranding. But even though that director's cut, I don't think I can say that it's going to be taking a majority of their time to actually put in the efforts and resources into the director's cut. Again, we cannot include PC version because I believe that was made by 4A Games. So, all the resources, all the development and time was put in for them. But Kojima Productions, perhaps they already were tinkering what to do next. Well, in this case, Death Stranding 2, if it does come into fruition. And as such, if we have to consider, now we're in 2022, right? We can say that, let's just be in a positive mind, right? We can say that right at the moment, we're about to hit 1 to 2 years, 3 years? No, that can't be right. Guys, I was just thinking about it right now, and I'm kind of realizing that there's as early as next year, Death Stranding could be here. Hell, in some cases, it could be even this year. Because we have to understand one fact. Kojima Productions as developers are phenomenal creators and they can develop stuff very, very quickly. Now, Death Stranding already is been made, but a sequel should not take them as long as it did for them to make an original game. on top of that, original game was so long, and again, it was a 3-year mark. And if they're gonna make the somewhat of a similarities, so keep the same engine, few additional tweaks and improvements, I don't think they could take up to extra 3 years to make a sequel. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not to say that as if, other developers, they've taken 3 to 4 years to make a sequel. Look at the Horizon Zero Dawn, right? And then Horizon Forbidden West, that took, 3 to 4 years to create the game? So, Hideo Kojima can actually, I should say, like, Kojima Productions can actually pull this off, and hell, okay, now this, I don't believe it. I do not believe that this game coming out this year. This is way too quick. Way too quick. It would be awesome though. It would be awesome though. But yeah, I think at the earliest we shall see in 2023. But to be honest with you, I have never expected this to be coming, and I'm very, very glad, because like, if you guys know me, I absolutely love Death Stranding. I love the way slowness of it, the constant progression, and constantly getting new things within the game. It's so much bloody fun. Now, of course, if you put in the time and the effort and actually try to understand the game, you will fucking love it as well. If you at least somewhat understand how Kojima likes to go about his games. They're very quirky, very weird, can be a little bit overcomplicated too, but I think it just makes it so much more fruitful, at least to me. But so, considering a sequel for this game, now that could be a very special thing. My god, I cannot wait, man. I hope this is true. I hope that Norman Reedus didn't, misunderstand a few things. But it's gonna be exciting if this is a real deal. Man, I'm excited. Tell me in the comments as well, are you interested in Death Stranding 2? Or perhaps, as he refers to it, as Death Stranding Part 2? Actually, it doesn't sound too bad. Alright, like and subscribe, guys. And yeah, have a good one.